Now, I realized that when you're under stress or some type of trauma, that the hormones of stress cause us to always focus on the worst case scenario. That's what survival is about. The latest research in epigenetics says that it's the environment that signals the gene. Genes are like Christmas tree lights. They're turning on and off all the time. Genes make proteins, and proteins are responsible for the structure and function of your body. The expression of proteins is the expression of life. But if you're interpreting your environment the same way every single day, you're thinking the same thoughts, demonstrating the same behaviors, living by the same emotions, you keep the same genes on and the other genes off. Throw in the hormones of stress, which really downregulates genes to create disease. Then the question is, if the environment signals the gene and the end product of an experience in your environment is called an emotion, if you live by the same emotions every single day, your body's believing it's in the same past environmental experience over and over again, and now you're headed for a genetic destiny. So then, can you signal the gene ahead of the environment? And the answer is absolutely yes. Because when you begin to embrace an elevated emotion and you combine it with a clear intention, and you're totally in the present moment, your brain and body don't know the difference between what's going on out there and what's going on in here. Your body believes it's in some experience in the external environment that's producing that emotion. And all of a sudden, the stronger the emotion you feel from an inward process, the more you pay attention to the thought or the image in your mind, you're creating a long-term memory. And all of a sudden now, you begin to downregulate the gene for disease and you begin to upregulate the gene for health, and that gene begins to make a new protein, and that protein begins to make a new hormone or a new chemical or an expression of something, a new chemical that is going to begin to affect other systems in the body. Our medicine is so great for acute conditions. You break your arm, you have appendicitis, you're not going to go to an acupuncturist, you're going to get immediate care. Chronic conditions require a lifestyle change, which means you have to start making different choices. You got to start examining the way you live your life and the choices you make and the thoughts you think and how you manage your emotions. And so the beauty behind all of this is that just like an infection spreads amongst the community and creates disease, once people start breaking through and they wrap their mind around this, health and wellness can be as infectious as disease, and we're seeing it happen. After 8,500 brain scans, I can tell you that you and I are at our absolute best when we get beyond ourselves. And getting beyond yourself is the work. So a physician then who sees a person make great strides because they're managing their emotions, that they're paying attention to their thoughts, they're making better choices, they're not in a self-destructive pattern. But we're talking about your nervous system becoming the greatest pharmacist in the world, because when you begin to realize that you can make your own pharmacy of chemicals equal to any drug that you take just by changing how you think and feel. Well, I wrote The Placebo because I started becoming fascinated with the idea that you can give someone a sugar pill, a saline injection, or perform some false surgery or treatment, and a certain percentage of those people will accept, believe, and surrender to the thought that they're getting the actual substance or treatment. And they begin to program their autonomic nervous system to make the exact pharmacy of chemicals equal to the substance that they think they're taking. I began to realize, do you need the sugar pill? Do you need the saline injection? Or can you teach a person, instead of putting their faith and belief in something exogenous outside of them, that would do the healing, to change their state of being? And placebos, just so you know, they range from working anywhere from 10% to 100%. Imagine that. So in a depression study, as an example, 83% or 81% of the people in a depression study that are given a placebo heal as well as the people that are given the actual antidepressants. There's brain scans to show changes in their brain before and after. It means then they're making their own pharmacy of antidepressants by thought alone. And it took them 6 weeks, 8 weeks of taking that placebo every single day. Now, this is an important point. You step outside your comfort zone. You learn more about yourself and about others when they're outside their comfort zone. I gathered a group of scientists and researchers, and we started doing these advanced workshops. And we measured everything. We measured brainwaves. We've measured HRV, heart rate monitors. We've measured the energy of the room, the energy around people's bodies, the energy centers of their bodies. We've measured immune response. We've measured neurotransmitters. We've measured gene expression, gene regulation. We've measured telomere lengths. And in every single experiment that we've done around measuring our students in these 4.5-day events, what we call advanced workshops, we made history because we started seeing things that were just uncommon. The other half is just the fact that as the energy starts to change, every time you react, you draw from an invisible field of energy surrounding your body and you turn it into chemistry. And the vital field of energy that's being emitted from your body shrinks a little bit. Keep reacting every single day because of some threat in your external environment, real or imagined. You keep doing that, you draw more and more energy from the field, and you have no vital energy for growth and repair. In fact, you feel like you're more like matter and less like energy, more like particle and less like wave. And when we're driven by the hormones of stress, which is about 70% of the time for most people, we force outcomes. We control outcomes. We try to predict outcomes. We fight for outcomes. We manipulate outcomes because we're matter trying to change matter. And there's only a certain amount of things you can do, right? You compete, you do all those things. But when you begin to open your heart and you begin to regulate an elevated emotion, the heart begins to beat in a more coherent way, begins to produce a measurable magnetic field, 2 to 3 meters wide. That's frequency, that's energy, and all frequency carries information. So now the person lays the intent, the thought on that frequency. And the more elevated the emotion, it makes sense that that thought can only be carried by an emotion that's equal to that thought. In other words, you can't feel unworthy and have the thought of abundance. That energy or suffering, that thought can't be carried on that energy. It's got to be carried by an elevated state. So as you're sitting next to a person who's breaking free and opening their heart and giving up guilt for joy, giving up fear for courage, whatever it is, and they're regulating those states, and I'm sitting next to you, and our fields begin to interfere. All of a sudden, if you're coherent and I'm coherent, we're going to create a bigger wave. The higher the amplitude, the higher the energy in the room. There comes a critical mass moment where I just have to get out of the way because now I'm no longer, it's already happening. There's a momentum that's going. And so at the last 2 advanced week-longs, we do what's called coherence healing. And I talk a lot about the research that was done out of Yale University about the field and biological systems. After looking at so many brain scans, I can tell you that the moment you get beyond yourself, the moment you disconnect from your identity, that's the moment you begin to connect to a greater field of information. Now, once you're there, once you're nobody, no one, nothing, nowhere, and no time, you're pure consciousness. Now you're ready to connect to the unified field. And when you begin to pay attention to it,